Good evening, and welcome to this special report. Tonight we dive deep into the growing storm surrounding President Emmerson Mnangagwa, Vice President Constantino Chiwenga, and the controversial new commemoration known as Munhumutapa Day. According to multiple reports, what should have been a moment of national unity has instead become a flashpoint of division. The president is pushing ahead with the holiday, while his deputy appears to be quietly distancing himself. Analysts say this could be the clearest sign yet of serious cracks inside Zimbabwe's ruling elite. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is Munhumutapa Day? The day is presented as a celebration of Zimbabwe's proud history, a tribute to the ancient Munhumutapa Empire, which at its height stretched across modern Zimbabwe, Mozambique, and beyond. State media describe it as a day of national pride, honoring heritage, and reminding citizens that the nation has deep roots of sovereignty and strength. But here's the controversy. Opposition figures and independent observers argue the day is less about history and more about politics. They point out that Mnangagwa's own birthday falls on the same date, September 15th, and accuse the ruling party of using the holiday to elevate the president personally, turning it into a symbol of loyalty rather than a genuine national commemoration. Even the legal side is disputed. Fact-checkers say Munhumutapa Day has never been properly included in the government gazettes. That means, technically, it may not even exist as an official public holiday. Yet state outlets continue to promote it with fanfare, publishing glowing stories of celebrations and speeches. This confusion has led many to question whether the government is rewriting tradition for political convenience. Now to the alleged snub. Vice President Constantino Chiwenga has been noticeably absent from events tied to Munhumutapa Day. Instead of standing alongside Mnangagwa at ceremonies in Great Zimbabwe, he has been seen at church gatherings, military commemorations, and alternative regional events. His absence has not gone unnoticed. Political insiders claim it is a deliberate show of distance, a refusal to lend legitimacy to a holiday he does not fully endorse. Social media has been buzzing with speculation. Videos, live broadcasts, and commentary have suggested Chiwenga is making a subtle but clear statement. He does not fully back the president's symbolic day. Some grassroots broadcasters have even labeled it a boycott, amplifying rumors of a silent feud between Zimbabwe's two most powerful men. Why would Chiwenga do this? To answer that, we need to look at the bigger political picture. For years, ZANU-PF has been divided by factional battles. Mnangagwa rose to power in 2017 with Chiwenga's military backing, but since then their alliance has been tested by ambition, mistrust, and questions about succession. Mnangagwa is determined to cement his rule, with supporters pushing him to stay in power beyond 2028. Chiwenga, however, is widely seen as the natural heir waiting for his turn. This is where Munhumutapa Day becomes more than a holiday. Analysts say it is a symbolic weapon in Mnangagwa's arsenal, a tool to project strength, rally loyalists, and present himself as a leader whose legacy stretches into the nation's ancient history. By refusing to endorse it, Chiwenga is refusing to play along, and that refusal sends a loud, unmistakable signal to party members and the wider public. Of course, the government has tried to downplay these tensions. State newspapers praise the holiday, describing it as a unifying day filled with cultural pride. Party officials promote the slogan Neka Inavaki Nevin Veo, meaning a country is built by its own people, as the spirit of the celebration. They portray the day as about heritage, not politics. But opposition leaders are unconvinced. They call it vanity politics, a waste of resources, and another attempt to create a personality cult around Mnangagwa. Civic groups question the priorities of the government. Why invest so much energy in a disputed holiday while inflation, unemployment, and poverty remain unresolved? For them, Munhumutapa Day is not about history. It is about power. So, is this the beginning of an open split? Some analysts warn that Zimbabwe is heading towards a period of dangerous uncertainty. If Mnangagwa insists on entrenching his position through symbols and holidays, and if Chiwenga continues to quietly resist, the risk of a public showdown grows. Others argue that this is simply political theater, both men signaling to their factions without actually tearing the party apart, at least not yet. Either way, the optics are striking. When the president launches a headline event and the vice president chooses to be elsewhere, the message is clear: all is not well at the top. And in a country where politics has long been shaped by backroom deals, military influence, and personal rivalries, even small gestures can carry heavy meaning. What could happen next? ZANU-PF may try to close ranks, insisting that all is well. Mnangagwa could double down on the holiday, ensuring it is celebrated nationwide in the years ahead. Chiwenga may continue to play the long game, showing just enough loyalty to keep his position, but enough independence to signal he is no pushover. Meanwhile, ordinary Zimbabweans will continue to ask the same questions. Will these power games distract from the real issues? And will anyone in government focus on the bread and butter struggles of daily life? Let's recap. Munhumutapa Day was introduced as a celebration of heritage. Its legal status is unclear. Its symbolism is deeply political. President Mnangagwa promotes it as part of his national vision. Vice President Chiwenga, by allegedly avoiding it, is sending his own message. The opposition calls it vanity, and the people watch, wondering what this tug-of-war means for their future. In the end, whether Munhumutapa Day becomes a proud tradition or a flashpoint of division may depend less on history and more on the raw battle for power inside ZANU-PF. What should have been a day of unity has instead become a symbol of mistrust, and that mistrust could shape the nation's politics for years to come. This has been your full report on the alleged clash between Mnangagwa and Chiwenga over Munhumutapa Day. Stay tuned as we continue to follow developments inside Zimbabwe's ruling elite.